Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel and another brick building video. Today we're gonna build a Cobi design, and it's gonna be the SU-100, 655 pieces, and this is gonna be the largest model we built yet. It is scale 128. It's pretty cool. It comes with a little figure. Kind of weird though, he has the Mosin Nagant, the scoped one, and red flags. I don't know why he would have a sniper rifle in that tiny tank destroyer. It would be more likely, I guess, he had a pistol or a submachine gun. It's kind of cool though, because it comes in, you can build it in two variants. You can build a Russian one, and I assume that's the Polish one. I guess it's going to say that on the back. This is article number 2541, and this is the historical collection, World War II. So let's see here. Additional insignia is the only thing it says. And again, I am assuming that's the Polish insignia, but don't shoot me if I'm wrong. So yeah, this one has a lot of cool functions. It has, besides the additional insignia, it has openable hatches. Several openable hatches, as you can see. It has the gun which can go up and down, and then it actually has an engine, so you build the engine too. And I don't know if you build the whole engine like some Cobi models, or if it's just going to be that you can open up the engine hatch to see the engine. I assume that's going to be the later case. And then here's some information about the tank destroyer itself. I'll give you a moment's chance here to pause if you want to read this. And we have some cool original photos and a little display name, or display sign, I should say. Okay, let's go ahead and open this. And I'm always a little bit sad when I open these packages, because you can't open them without breaking the box, or breaking the seal. Okay, so the first thing I see is our build book, and it's all curled up. This specific vehicle, I believe, is out of production now, so it's probably been laying for a while. Okay, so we have two bags, one bag number 1 and one bag number 2, and they have a lot of individual bags in them. So this is bag 1, and there's actually some pieces loose here too, so I shouldn't lose those. Let's see, we got 1, and we got printed bricks, so no stickers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 bags here, and then we got, for some reason, I don't know why, we got 2 printed bricks outside those separate bags. And then this is number 2. Doesn't seem to be any loose pieces. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, there's as you can see here, there's a lot of bricks. And this one is, I'm gonna have to try straighten that out. And it's your standard Cobi. It tells you to open bag number 1. And let's see how many pages we're gonna get to. Ooh, this is not page numbers, it's just instruction numbers. And it goes all the way to 126. So 126 is gonna be the end. And then you have all of the pieces in here and some commercials. You'll see some of them. And yeah, this is, you can see it's an old model, because some of these, like the KB1 here, it doesn't even have a scale. So that's how Cobi used to be, that they didn't have a scale. And there's actually a game, a board game, and this is for you to cut out, so you know how to play the board game with this model. Okay, that's it. Let's go ahead and start building. Alright guys, we're done with the build. Here we have our SU-100, and doesn't it look just awesome? Well, I gotta say, we're gonna do a short review as always after our builds, and I gotta say that this is by far the most fun and the best build I've done so far. Every step was very clear, the instructions were very good. It took me approximately 2 hours to build, and then about 30 minutes to sort the pieces, so 2.5 hours. I don't sort the pieces on screen, I do that before I start recording. I had to backtrack only once, and that was my bad. I did something very stupid, so nothing to blame the model on. Let's look at this little guy we get here. So this is the Soviet guy we get with his scoped Mosin Nagant and a very red flag, which I'm guessing he's planning to plant on the Reichstag. We have the SU-100 display piece here, and you can see the tracks. They actually work. You have to be a little bit careful though. They have a tendency to, and I would say that is the only negative thing I can say about this model, is that the tracks have a tendency to slide off. They also kind of have a tendency to break away. If you go just forward with it and backwards, it's pretty fine. It's if you start turning though, there might be some problems. But in general, they work pretty okay if you don't treat them too crazily. And this is all residue from the box and instructions, which you barely see them with the naked eye, but on screen you see them very well. But yeah, it was a very fun build, and it has a lot of cool details. So the gun can elevate and go down. Just you know, it's a tank destroyer, so it's going to have to pivot if it wants to aim to the sides. Let's see, we have a turret here, I guess. I'm not sure if it's a turret actually, but it's something here. I can't really say what it is. I don't know this tank destroyer model very good. And then up here we do have hatches. So this is our first hatch, which you can see. And then we have a round hatch, but which also opens up. So I think that's pretty cool. And the coolest thing of all, that's definitely going to be the engine. So here you see the compartment for the engine, and you can easily just lift that up, and then you can see that engine in there. So you did build the engine before you put it in. And unfortunately, you can't take it out like you can with some Cobi models, but I think that's quite okay. I'm not an engine nerd by any means, so I don't feel like I have a reason to display that engine. We have the built-on stickers, or the printed stickers, whatever you call them. And we have some wood here. Always good to bring. And I can't remember if this goes. Nope, it does not. So there's no hatch back here. Yeah, I just think it looks really great. And again, it was so fun to build, and it didn't feel like I was building for 2.5, maybe 3 hours. I would say more 2.5. But it just, you know, time was just flying, and there was no irritating steps or anything like that. I can see I made a small error here because there shouldn't be a gap here. So I've actually made a very small error there, and on this side there's not. So I'm gonna have to pick that apart and see what the heck I did there. But yeah, I only backtracked once, and again that was that was actually on these parts. I picked the wrong one where it had these little dots, whatever you call them, Lego dots, and that was, you know, my mistake. So not the mistake of the instructions. Well, that's it, guys. The SU-100, that's article number 2441 from Cobi. A really fun build. I didn't pay much for this, and I think they don't produce it anymore, but you can find it in some stores still. And if you can find it, I recommend you grab it, because it's a really fun build. Okay, guys, let's take a look at it spinning around for a while and some pictures of it. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment on this video if you liked it. Take a second just to like the video. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out on my other building videos. If you want to help me out a little bit extra, you can become a supporting member of the channel or do a one-time donation with PayPal or YouTube Super Thanks. Okay guys, thank you for watching and see you next time.